It has just been reported that Eze's release clause at Crystal Palace is only available to clubs in the Champions League. It has also been reported that if Spurs sign a striker, then Richarlison's future will be in doubt. Brennan has stated that Heung-Min's son is louder than most people would think, and he is a good leader. Reports are stating that Spurs are keen on moving forward with the Dominic Solanke deal worth £65 million. The Daily Telegraph has stated that Spurs are expected to place a bid for Solanke soon, but they will place a bid under the £65 million asking price. Chelsea are also interested in Dominic Solanke, according to various reports, and Bayern Munich have just stated that Harry Kane will be on the plane to London, as he will be featuring at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this Saturday.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs winning. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, but I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you listen to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. So let's start with a report all about Crystal Palace star and Tottenham Hotspur target Eze. The Football Insider have stated that Crystal Palace are concerned that Eze will join the exodus of star players at Selhurst Park before the transfer deadline. The Football Insider revealed on the 21st of July that Tottenham and Liverpool have both registered their interest in the 26-year-old. This report states that Michael Olise has already made the move to Bayern Munich, while Mark Gay is the subject of strong interest from Newcastle United. The Football Insider revealed on the 3rd of August that Crystal Palace have told Newcastle they want an initial fee of £50 million for Gay, supplemented by add-ons as talks advance over a potential deal. The report then goes on to say that Eze has also attracted interest since the end of the 2023-2024 campaign, and Oliver Glasner's side are now facing the prospect of losing all three of their star players from last season. This report also states that Crystal Palace are vulnerable to Eze offers before deadline. It has been widely reported that the 26-year-old has a release clause at Selhurst Park worth an initial £60 million with further add-ons payable in the future. It also states that the Football Insider have been told that the buyout clause is only available to Champions League clubs. They have also stated that Palace are desperate to keep Eze if Mark Gay leaves, with sources saying that Glasner would regard his potential exit as a major blow, even if big money were to be given to him as a result. The attacking midfielder who played for England at the European Championships earlier this summer is under contract until June 2027. He scored 11 goals and provided 6 assists in 31 games across all competitions last term. Another report from the Football Insider, they are stating that Tottenham exclusive, huge Richarlison update. Tottenham Hotspur star Richarlison faces an uncertain future if a new striker arrives before the 30th of August deadline. The 27-year-old has been adamant that he is happy at Spurs and has no plans to leave the club before the window closes. However, Tottenham are pushing hard to bring in a new forward to the club, and sources say there will be a huge question mark about Richarlison if they are successful. The Brazil international has been widely linked with Saudi Pro League clubs, and it is believed that interest is still there as the transfer window dwindles. The Football Insider have stated that Spurs are keen to revolutionise their striking options before the deadline, and the Football Insider also stated on Monday the 5th of August that Ange Postecoglou's side have made contact with Bournemouth over a potential deal for Dominic Solanke, and the 26-year-old is believed to be keen on moving to Tottenham and has a £65 million release clause. This report also states that Richarlison's Tottenham career in danger after Solanke approach. Interest in the England international comes after he scored 21 goals and created 4 assists in the 2023-2024 campaign, his best ever Premier League return. Meanwhile, Richarlison hit 12 goals last term and was in and out of the Spurs side due to injury problems. The former Everton star cost a reported £60 million 2 years ago and scored just 3 goals in his first season at Tottenham. The Football Insider have also stated he is under contract with the Lily Whites until June 2027, and Ange Postecoglou's side start the 2024-2025 campaign against Leicester City on the 19th of August. London World have just reported that Tottenham are eyeing Crystal Palace defender. Tottenham are said to be interested in a deal to sign Palace centre-back Joachim Andersen ahead of the deadline at the end of this month. Crystal Palace are already facing the possibility of losing star defender Mark Guéhi, with Newcastle United said to be pushing for a deal. And also, according to Caught Offside, Spurs, Liverpool and Newcastle are now interested in Joachim Andersen, with Crystal Palace having paid £17 million for the Dane back in 2021. It is likely that Crystal Palace would make it very hard for any team to sign Andersen this summer, especially if Mark Guéhi is to leave Selhurst Park. London World have also stated that Crystal Palace are under no pressure to sell, having already sold Michael Olise for £50 million, while Mark Guéhi could fetch up to £60 million, and there is also interest in star man Eze. Tottenham Hotspur attacker Brennan has been talking about Spurs captain Heung-Min Son. He said everyone definitely loves him. He is such a great person. As a leader, he's actually probably a bit more loud than most people would think. He is definitely a leader in how he plays because everyone has full respect on his career and how much of a great player he is, but also in terms of talking in the changing room day to day, he is really good at that as well. So I think it makes him a really good captain. Now, a little bit more information on Dominic Solanke. The Metro newspaper have just reported that Chelsea are also interested in re-signing their former academy star, Dominic Solanke, who spent 13 years with the Blues, but made just one senior appearance. After being tipped for big things at Stamford Bridge, Solanke moved to Anfield, but failed to make an impact, eventually joining Bournemouth in January 2019 for £19 million. The Daily Telegraph have also reported on the Dominic Solanke situation, and they have stated that Spurs have held talks over a transfer and are expected to make a bid under the 26-year-old's £65 million release clause, which has so far put Chelsea off from making a bid. On Sunday, the Tottenham Hotspur under-18s were given a stern test by Stellenbosch in the Premier League Next Generation Cup final at Loughborough University, with the South African side running out 2-0 winners. After having the better of the opening quarter of an hour in the 25 minutes each way contest, we conceded 2 goals in 4 minutes as the game got away from us. Stellenbosch previously won the competition in 2022 before finishing as runners-up to Wolverhampton Wanderers last year when it was hosted in India. It has just been confirmed by Bayern Munich that Tottenham's record goal scorer and Bayern Munich centre-forward Harry Kane will be on the plane to London for this weekend's friendly at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as Spurs take on Bayern Munich again. Bayern Munich have come out and said he is healthy. Harry Kane is coming back in the middle of the week. The injuries were not that serious. The disappointment over the lost Euro final was greater. Of course, he will fly to London with us because in some way it is his game too. And then we will prepare him step by step and have him ready for the Bundesliga. So my thoughts on everything in this episode, and let's start by talking about Harry Kane back at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this coming weekend. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this, and a lot of people are looking forward to seeing Harry Kane again. It will feel weird because, of course, we are so used to seeing him at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium scoring goals for fun for Spurs. What a striker he has been. I'm absolutely gutted for him in a way that he hasn't won a trophy at club level yet, or even international level yet. It will come, I'm sure, this coming season at Bayern Munich. It has to. But what a striker he has been. I'm sure he will get a fantastic reception by most Spurs fans, and it will be nice to see him back again. However, what I would say is that, from a Tottenham point of view, we need a really decent performance, especially in the opening 45 minutes, because the last time against Bayern Munich at the weekend, last weekend in Seoul, South Korea, the opening 45 minutes was not that great. It wasn't great viewing and watching. So Spurs need to have a good performance. And of course, I think the mood will be a lot higher if Spurs got a signing or two over the line before we played Bayern Munich on Saturday, because there are a lot of worried fans out there at the moment. Brennan Johnson has stated that Heung-Min Son is a lot louder than most people would think. He is a good leader. I see that. I see that Heung-Min Son, shouts a lot at players, constantly encouraging players, constantly talking to players. He is a great communicator, and you can see that on and off the pitch. He is a great captain for South Korea, and I believe that he is a great captain for Spurs. But talking about Heung-Min Son's position, I just want to see him constantly out on that left and then cutting in. I don't want to see him or we having to rely on him through the middle as the main striker if Richarlison is sold or Richarlison is out injured or whatever reason it is that Richarlison doesn't play. We desperately need a striker. I keep saying this on every single episode, and I think that I speak for most Spurs fans when I say we have to sign a striker in this window. There's a lot of talk at the moment about the Dominic Solanke deal, £65 million. There are lots of reports, even the Daily Telegraph, a very credible source, stating that Spurs will place an offer soon for a bid a lot less than £65 million. Whether they will try and get Solanke, that deal done over a number of instalments, I can't see how that's going to happen, because Bill Foley has already come out and said basically that, if the deal was going to be done, they'd have to match the release clause, believed to be around £65 million, and they would want that in one lump sum, because of course around 20% of that fee goes to Liverpool, his previous club. So that's going to be an interesting one. Is Dominic Solanke the answer for Spurs? I'm not so sure. I think that a lot of people are saying it's an underwhelming signing. At the start of the window, I expected big things. I know Dominic Solanke had a very, very good season last year. I've actually asked a couple of Bournemouth channels, what they think, and hopefully they will send their videos shortly, and I can put them out on this channel and give you a view from a Bournemouth perspective. But I think he had a very, very good season. Whether he can consistently do that in the Premier League, that is my doubt, that is my question. I expected other signings, if I'm completely honest. But of course, if any player signs for Spurs, I get behind them and I want to encourage them, and I want them to do extremely well at Tottenham. But is Dominic Solanke, was he the number one target at the start of the window? I doubt it. We've got 20 odd days left of this transfer window, and I believe that Spurs need to do a lot of business. And it's funny, because when the Football Insider have stated that, Richarlison's future will be uncertain, in doubt, if we sign Dominic Solanke or another striker, it shouldn't be really, because you need options, you need different options. So if you're signing a couple, then I can understand Richarlison's future being in doubt, and I can understand Spurs wanting to cash in on Richarlison if we're going to get £60 million back, by one of the Saudi clubs or any other club. But we definitely need options. Whatever happens, we need different options. And Postecoglou needs different options, because I've said so often in the last couple of weeks, and I don't want to be doom and gloom, and I don't want to be negative, but I've said in the last couple of weeks, a couple of injuries. Again, we saw this last season. That is living proof of exactly what can happen, exactly what happened last year. A couple of injuries, and we had big problems. Our season was derailed by that Chelsea game. After 10 games, it looked fantastic. We were playing extremely well. We had a rhythm, and it looked like we were going to win every game that we played in. Every single fan went to, either the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or away games, believing we were going to win, with a full-strength squad. But of course, that Chelsea game really derailed our season. Those injuries derailed us. We cannot let that happen again. Ange Postecoglou needs the players, needs the experienced players as well. I know you know, I'm hoping a lot of the youth and development players get opportunities in the Premier League, particularly after they've featured so well in pre-season. But we definitely need experienced players in the next couple of weeks coming into this squad. It's going to be an interesting window. Fabrizio Romano has stated, you know, it's going to be a very, very busy time for Spurs. Let's hope that that is the case. And as I keep saying, you know, 20 odd days left of the window. Let's hope that it is going to be busy. And it is expected also that Emerson Royale is going to go out the door in the next couple of days to AC Milan. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit the follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.